Did I press record? That'd be crazy if I told a fart story and then didn't even press record. Oh, we're recording. Hello everyone, welcome back to Foster the Meeple, a channel all about
board games
and
board gamey things.
Exactly. We're back again today with another Review-A-Palooza video. It's going to be a bit of a shorter one because we only have 5 games to get through today. But we are going to be starting with Ironwood from Mindclash Games. And they very kindly sponsored this portion of the video. So for anybody that hasn't joined us before for a Review-A-Palooza game day video, basically what we're going to do is we're going to be learning the game, playing through the game, and then giving you our thoughts. All 5 games that we will be playing today were sent to us from the publishers. So if we forget to mention it at that point, just know now we have said it. And we are going to be starting with Ironwood from Mindclash Games, which we're very excited to try. Now, Ironwood is a game for 1 to 2 players.
Yo.
Did you know that we're going to be playing the 2-player game? Because we're 2 people.
These are wild components.
I know, right? So
I like that thematically you're wood, I'm metal.
Right? So basically, this is an asymmetrical game where one player is going to play as a woodwalker, the woodwalkers. The other person's going to be playing as the ironclad faction. We each have different objectives that we are trying to achieve in order to win the game. So for Jeff, he's trying to build 3 forages in outside mountain areas. Okay, do you see, Jeffy, where these are? For me, I am trying to find and secure 3 totems in the forest, and then I have to carry them out to the outer forge in order to secure them, and I need to do that 3 times. Okay, so those are our win conditions. I will start with Jeff. So I've learned the game. Jeff doesn't know anything about the game, correct? Okay.
Sounds about right.
For me, as the woodwalker, I can only move through the forest spaces.
Yep.
You can never come into the forest.
Yep.
You're not welcome, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna be playing over a series of rounds, and in each round, there are going to be 3 phases, essentially. So
Preparation, action, round, end.
you got it. So preparation phase is where we're going to be gaining crystals. So Jeff will gain 2 crystals and I will gain 1 crystal in the preparation phase. Then we're going to draw cards. Now, on our first round, we start with our 3 basic cards. And I also have one of these cards.
I remember that.
So what you're gonna do is you're going to draw 2 cards. Now in the first round only, you can draw 4 and choose 2. Whatever you prefer to do, but you're going to draw 2 cards at that time. Then you are going to remove any of these little markers because some cards and things we're gonna play out are gonna have timers and these track that. So you're gonna remove those, okay?
Okay.
Then we're gonna go into the action phase, and in the action phase, we're each going to be playing out 3 cards. The woodwalker always starts. So I will play a card from my hand and I will resolve whatever that card says. Now you don't have to do everything on your card, okay? You can kind of pick and choose. But if something says that you need to burn something or you need to discard or play or whatever.
Burn is discard.
Discard. Then you need to do that in order to gain the benefit. Does that make sense?
Does burn mean discard?
Yes. Our movement is going to be different, so I'll explain how that works because that's one of the main actions. For me, I will have a number that will correspond to movement. So mine might say 4 move. So I can move 4 units 1 time, and they don't need to be from the same place.
And that's always the case? They can only move 1?
Yes.
You can't move 1 floor?
No,
That makes sense.
That's for me. Now, how your movement works is you move war bands. A war band is a grouping of 1 or more troops, essentially. So when you move, you have to move a war band from 1 area, but you don't have to move all 3. You could choose to move 2, okay? But you can't do this and this. It has to be from 1 area, okay? So we have a few different units. I only have fighters. You have fighters, you have golems.
Sick.
Okay, so those are your combat units. Okay. You also have a drill.
Yep.
This is not a combat unit. And you're also going to have forges, also not a combat unit.
Yep.
So when you move, you won't be moving your drill. You'll have a special card
I know.
that will come up to allow you to move your drill. Okay. I have some that allow me to discover, which you don't need to know, but basically I have to get these cards, which will tell me where the totems are hidden. Then I have to go to an adjacent location, use a card that says discover, play out my vision card in order to then get the totem. Okay? We can fight.
Yeah.
There is an attack.
Sure.
When we do that, you have to be adjacent. So if I were here and you were here, we'd be adjacent. There's one thing to know. I can never attack from the outside, and you can never attack the outside.
Got it.
Okay? Off limits.
Yep.
Let's just say I'm going to attack you. I may choose a card from my hand to play face down, and then you may choose a card from your hand. Just pick a random, because they're just your base cards. So everybody knows what everything is. Then we'll reveal them. And then we are going to compare the numbers. Now, your fighters have 1 damage.
Yep.
Your golems have 2.
Yep.
Okay? So right now, you would have 3, 4, and if you had a golem, it'd be 5, 6.
Yep.
Okay? I would have 3. So then we're going to resolve the damage, but first we're going to subtract any defense. You understand that. And it's simultaneous, like removing of the troops. Then we're going to determine dominance. If nobody is left, nobody has dominance. If only you're left, you get dominance. But if we each have 1 left, we'll look at this, as well as the number of troops for dominance. So they count as 1 dominance, golems count as 1 dominance, and then we'll add it to this number. So if this is what you had left, you have 3, 4, 5 dominance, and I would have 2.
And what does dominance have to do?
So if you have dominance at the end of the fight, you can force the other player to retreat.
Got it.
Now, you want me to retreat.
Yep.
If I have a totem,
Yeah, because you have to leave the totem.
I have to drop my totem, and that's not good because I need to get it outside. There's a timer on my totem, so at the round end, I will have to fade my totem. So I basically have 2 turns to get my totems to the outside. First, to get a forge, you must start with a foundation. Foundation, forge. It has to be upgraded, okay? If you play the base card expansion, you could place a forge token with its foundation side up on an outer mountain you control.
Yep.
You control means you must have 1 unit. This not controlled.
Got it.
Because there's no unit. If it's just a forge, not controlled. If you control an outer mountain, have built a foundation there, and also have at least 5 crystals. So crystals are the currency, basically. If you move your drill, every time you move your drill, you're gonna, you start with this. You'll move that up and you'll gain whatever it says. If you move your drill to a place where there is a forge, you have to drop off all the crystals that you have into here, and then they become available. And then that's how you're able to then have crystals available to upgrade to a forge, from a foundation to a forge.
Yeah, I only have 1 more question.
Yep.
What are these?
So that's where you're going to place out your cards that you play. Because we play 3 cards in a round.
Yeah.
Then we'll go into the recover phase, and then we'll start again. We'll wipe these cards out. Basic cards will always come back to your hand. Special cards are going to go to a discard pile, and you don't get them back until you've gone through everything. So we start with the preparation phase. You'll gain 2, and I will gain 1.
So I always gain right to here?
Unless you're drilling.
Yep. And then draw 2. We both do the preparation phase?
Yeah, we're going to do this simultaneously. And remember, in our very first turn, we can choose to draw 4 and choose 2, and then we can just shuffle. All right, so I go first. Swift strike, move 2. So I will move 1, 2. I will spend 1 to move 4. Oops, 1, 2, 3. Four. Zip, flip. Okay? All right. So you have 3 and I have 2, but I have 2 defense and you have 1. Help me with that math, please.
So I attack you 3 to 2. So I'm hitting you for 1, essentially.
Okay.
But it's simultaneous. So I have 3, you have 2, you block 2, I block 1.
So we're each gone.
Yep.
Okay. This is going to be hard, I think.
Okay, I'm going to play Conquest.
This is a problem with games of combat. We're just going to fight each other the whole time and get nothing done. Okay, take that back.
That's yours.
That's mine. I'll take it back. Good idea.
I'm going to attack. And I get +1 this combat, so I'm going to attack you here to here. All right, so I get +1, so I have 3, 4. Oh, no, sorry. It's a +1 to dominance. Never mind. So 3, 4, 5. You have 3.
Yeah.
I have 1 defense, so it's 5 to 2. So you remove 1, I remove 2. And that's it.
Yes. Annoying. Okay, I can recruit. Oh shoot! Forever, you can only recruit if you have 2 crystals. But so
I'm
that's.
I'm not going to.
Okay, me either because I don't have no crystals. I'm going to do this. I will draw 1, and then I will draw a vision card. Okay, that's my whole turn.
Okay, I'm going to do expansion, resolve 2. I'm going to move 1, and then place a foundation on an outer mountain you control.
Yeah.
Is this considered adjacent to this?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to play a surveillance telescope. I'm going to draw 1, and then mark 2x this card, and mark 1 you control. I'm going to mark here. Any you adjacent to a marked mountain cannot move. If you lose control of this, discard this card.
That was quite annoying, wasn't it, everybody? Wasn't it?
I love this game.
Yeah.
This is like 2-player root.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? Well, I think I'm going to try this one. So I choose one of my war bands. I will choose this one. I will remove 1. And I will remove 1 of yours from each adjacent.
Whatever, man. Whatever, man.
And I could have done that up to 3, but I was only adjacent to 2. That's it. I'm hungry.
Me too.
Fade, so this is gone. Jerk. Aw, do they only have 1 dog now?
That's not them.
Oh.
Wow. And I'm building a forge. Just
Cute
FYI.
dog. It's holding a teddy bear, Jeff.
Okay, I built a forge.
You did?
Yep.
How? Did you spend 5?
Spend 5 to build.
You have 5 crystals?
I did. I have to build 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro. Might want to get moving here, Jamie.
I will move 5.
Spicy.
It is spicy. It's a meatball. Spicy one.
All right, I'm going to play Strength in Numbers. Spend 1 crystal to recruit 2 warbands to 1 existing warband, then attack with it. I'm going to attack you from here to here. So 5 to 1, I'm blocking 1, so I'm taking nothing back.
Do this.
I love this game.
Me?
Yep.
Whee! Got one. What are we gonna get for lunch?
You said we're going to have craft dinner.
Okay, we could do that.
Unless you're going to get something.
All right, I'll play this one. Lurking Shadows. If you control 5 or more inner force, which I do, recruit 2 to any odor and draw 2 cards. Sure, I'll do 2 and then I can draw 2 cards. Ooh. Scandal. I have some scandalous cards in my hand.
Oof. Okay. So 5, 5, no blocks. We're all gone.
Blazing Spirit!
Yeah, that's a good one.
I set myself on fire, Jeff. Do you want to recruit?
Nope.
Okie dokie. Oh, that's never mind. I won't do that.
I feel the timer shrinking on me here.
Tick tock.
I remove one. That's going to discard this. When I do it, I can move. I'll move 2 here. And I can move the drill back here. So those will get put here. This triggers. I get a crystal and I can draw a card. You have not been attacking my drill enough, I don't think.
No. Draw 1 and discover.
I knew that was coming. I just couldn't get down there fast enough.
Okay, I'm going to play this. So first I will move 2. Where are you? I'm going to move this here, and I'm going to attack you here. The attacking warband, which is me, has fewer combat units than the defending, which is you. Then I get to add all of these.
Okay. What are you adding? Just
1 attack, 1 defense, and 1 world domination, obviously.
And it says mark one of your dudes with no totem. The mark warband cannot move, attack, or discover. How many cards do you have? You don't have any of these right now?
I do not.
Okay. Which one would be the most problematic? I'll put it here. Actually, no, I'll do it here. So you can, this round, they cannot move, attack, or discover.
Okay.
My cards have been poopy.
All poo cards.
All right, so I'm doing 3. You're doing 9. Okay. Gone.
I thought I cheated because I didn't know, but it turns out I didn't cheat. Whoa, Bessie. And it's uncontrolled, so still not cheating.
How lucky is that card?
Yeah.
That you were just here and it happened to be there.
It was very lucky, especially since I thought I was cheating, but then I wasn't. So there's no asterisks. I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes you just gotta win.
So I'll play Conquest
Imagine I didn't have any movement cards in my hand.
to draw 1.
That would be crazy.
I'll spend 2 to resolve 2. Draw. Doesn't do anything. All I can do is move this here and then attack you. Okay, so I'm doing 4, you're doing 5. You're blocking 2, so 2 are gone. Mine are gone. That's it.
Okay,
So do your move and then you win.
move.
Jamie has 1. That is Ironwood.
That's Ironwood. So definitely easy to play, hard to master.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, there's a couple things I should have done earlier. I was focusing too much on it was too easy at the end for you to just take control of that one foundation I was trying to flip. I was 1 turn away the entire time, but you kept getting rid of my control.
You would have had to have tried to get.
Well, that's what I tried to do at the end, but then you pulled the card to basically put a totem where you had all of your war bands.
Very lucky with that.
And then that was it.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's
yeah.
like 2-player Root. I mean, you could play Root 2-player, but it's not very good.
Yeah, and we didn't even get through all of our cards. There's still a stack more of cards because as soon as you use your special cards, they're burned, and you don't get them back until you've gone through your entire deck.
Was this the one we had the special cards for? Was this the game that you showed me those special
cards?
cards?
Yeah, I didn't put them in. They're just the basic. They're the exact same as the basic cards. Well, because they have different names, and I didn't want to get confused.
Cool.
But yeah, so that is Ironwood.
Much love for that one.
Thank you, Mindclash, for sending that along and for sponsoring that portion of the video. I'm very interested. This has a solo mode, so I'm very curious to play that as well. But yeah,
I'm assuming the solo is tower defense-y.
Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, there's like AI movement and stuff.
Cool.
I do think it'd be interesting.
Production is also insane.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to switch sides at some point and try the opposite.
For sure.
Okay, so we are gonna go get something to eat, and then we'll be back with another game. Do we have any more boxes?
What do you need boxes for?
To pack up stuff to take.
Like what?
What?
Like what?
Like office stuff? Decorations?
We don't have any boxes.
Knickknacks? Paddywhacks? Give a dog a bone. Hey, does everybody want to hear a really fun story? Before we get started, here's the fun story. I was watching Inside Out, and Jeff was playing a video game in his little video game room. And I heard a lot of farting going on in there. And I was like, what is going on? Jeff's farting up a storm in that room. But turns out he was actually playing Booger Man, and there's a lot of farting in the game. And legend has it, it wasn't Jeff. That's what he told me. But I laughed so hard I started crying.
It wouldn't even sound it didn't even sound remotely like it would be.
It sounded like it was muffled by a chair, like burp, burp.
That's fair.
Burp. And I was like sitting out here, and I'm like, oh my God, he's just letting them fly in there. And then, anyways, I laughed so hard I started to cry. The end. All right, we are back. We are going to be playing Knitting Circle. So Knitting Circle is the new game set in the Calico world from Flatout Games, who very kindly sent this game along to us. This is coming to Kickstarter soon, okay? So all the links, everything that you need to know about it is going to be in the description below. Now, like I said, it's set in the Calico world, but it is a different game. And I do just want to mention, this is a prototype. So things are subject to change, but this is how she goes as we have it. And look at this adorable kitten. All right, Jeffrey, do you remember how to play?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I'm going to tell you guys really quick. This game, Albie's eating that Dorito on the floor. This game is played over 6 rounds. And then each round, we're going to have 2 phases, a draft phase and an action phase. In the draft phase, we each have our own cat. I have a black cat, Albie. Jeff has a white cat, little baby. So you can move your cat 1 to 2 spaces along this little roundabout wheel, okay? Let's see, I want it to move 2, and I went 1, 2, oh, there's a cat there. Well, then I would just go 1 ahead, okay? Whichever space that you land, you will select one of the tiles that is there and put it into your little area up here. We're each going to be doing this until we have 4 tiles. Whichever way we take a tile is the way it must stay. So they're either striped or they're solid. So kind of like a stripy pattern or a solid pattern. There's a specific term for that, but I'm going to say stripy and solid because that's what I have in my brain right now. So you just don't flip it. You're going to put it exactly where it is. Okay, and we're just going to go back and forth doing that till we each have 4. Then we're going to go into the action phase. This is all done simultaneously, okay? So during the action phase, you're going to do as much as you can do or want to do, but there are 4 different actions that you can do. You can start a garment. So what we're doing in this game is we're knitting different garments. There's mittens and hats and scarves and socks and sweaters and long johns, aka long panties.
I knew you were going to do that.
Jeff doesn't like the word panties, so I like to say it a lot. That's basically what we're doing. So you can start a garment. We each start with 2 sets of knitting needles and 1 garment. Now, Jeff you have to pick your own. You can start a garment. If you have a free set of knitting needles, what you need to do is you need to discard a tile, a wool tile of that color garment that you would like to start. So if I wanted to start a hat, I would need to discard a pink tile in order to draw 2 hats. Take 1, and then you set your little knitting needles on top of it, okay? That's how you start a garment. You may knit. This is where you're going to be placing out the tiles that you have collected in the drafting phase into your different garments. We also start with 2 random wool tiles or yarn tiles in our little yarn bowl. These can be flipped whichever way, but remember the ones that are up here, they have to stay as you drafted them. And the garments, you're not really going to be able to see very well, but they have a very specific way that everything needs to go. So I would have to place this on its solid side, not its stripy side, okay? Because it doesn't line up. That's just not how the world works. There are going to be different patterns that you want to achieve based on buttons that you have, which I'll talk about in a second. You may flip one of your yarn tiles. In order to do that, you have to discard any other one of your yarn tiles and then you just flip it over to its other side. You can complete a garment. So if you have decided that your garment is complete, there's a mandatory completion area. It's the light side. So if you filled that up and you're like, I'm good to complete, well then you can complete your garment, fulfilling any buttons that you may have on your player board. So your buttons are going to tell you, basically it's going to give you options to score more points. There's going to be a base amount of points that you can score if you complete a garment, but if you fulfill any of these buttons, you can add buttons to your garment. So as an example, I have this button that wants a garment that has dark blue and yellow.
Isn't it or yellow?
And these ones has to have everything. I would be able to put this on this completed garment if I had those colors. So the circle buttons are about colors. The triangle buttons are about patterns. So there's stripes, color blocks, SY, MM, and solid. And there's a certain pattern structure that you need to follow in order to complete those. And the square buttons are going to be what type of garment. So if I finish this hat, I could put the hat button and that's going to give me more points. So basically you're just trying to score as many points as possible. So you're going to continue doing that until everybody's done. Then we're gonna do some round end kind of cleanup and stuff like that. Now, if you complete a garment and it doesn't have a pattern because you're just crazy, you get one of these ugly sweater buttons, which is -3 points at the end of the game, okay? Nobody wants an ugly sweater. And last thing I'll say is we also have these grabby paw tokens. You can exchange a grabby paw token, put it back into the supply, to select a new tile from the bag. You get to pick your own color. We will be able to gain more grabby paw tokens and stuff as we complete garments because they are going to have completion bonuses and all of that good stuff. Very last thing, and then we'll get started, is we have 4 goal cards that we're trying to complete.
First person to get it gets an extra paw.
A grabby paw token, thank you, Jeff. So our goals are have all 4 pattern types, have 2 garments with identical stripe patterns, 5+ garment buttons on garments, any combination, 2 garments containing the same 3 colors. So those are additional, this is an advanced variant because we are advanced. Basically, we've already played on the easy mode, so now we're playing on X Games mode. All right, so we are starting off with the drafting phase. So I get to go first because I have the first place token. And I am gonna go right here and I will collect that. Blue, yellow, blueberry, moon.
I caught it. I caught it as soon as I did it.
Catch, Jeffrey. All right, I'll go here, take this. So we have played this once before. We played this at 4 players. It's a fun little puzzle game. You are where I want to be. The king. I'll go here. Oh, we forgot to do something. It's fine. But as the first player, I was supposed to take one of the things from the middle, and so I'm just gonna do that and replace it. I forgot. Oopsies.
What if that was the one I wanted?
Well, we never got around that far yet. You can still take it. Oh, I understand. Me? So that's everybody. So now we're going to go into the action phase, and we do this simultaneously. Remember, we can't do any flippy-do, so don't get any ideas.
You can with your ones in your...
Yes, you can flip and do whatever you want with those ones.
Yeah, so don't lie.
Yeah, you know what, Jeff? You're right. Oh, maybe I won't do that. Perhaps instead I'll do this. I'm gonna do that.
That lets me draw one right away, right?
Yes, exactly. I'm putting back this light blue one, and I'm gonna get some long johns, some long panties. Ooh, I'll take this one. So I started the new garment. Beautiful. And I will mention you can carry over a minimum of 2 pieces of yarn at the end of each round.
I'm completing.
Already?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Now we're in the round end. So Jeff is refilling his buttons because he used buttons. So at the round end, if you use buttons, you get to get new ones. Any of your leftover yarn can go into your yarn bowl, and now it can be flipped to whatever side.
Yeah, max of 2 though.
Max of 2.
In your yarn bowl.
Precisely. Now we're going to refill the workspace. So Jeff is going to take a tile from the center and replace any of the current tiles that are out. Take any color you like. Beauty. And that one's going to go right plop back in the bag.
I'm white, not black.
Correct.
It was green.
Yeah.
Can you get a green one? I didn't take any green ones of all those.
Yeah. Oh, whoop, excuse me. I'll go here and take this. Which is going to let me draw a new tile. Come on. Yellow. Damn it. Green. I'm going to use my grabby paw. It's crazy timing, don't I know it? But I need a yellow. Zip. We'll put that over there.
I'd like to use my paw.
Okay. Here you go. And take whatever you want. Yeah. You could have whatever you like.
I'm going to put these back for a second.
I'm going to get rid of this. To be able to... Oh, I didn't put it in the bag. To be able to flip this.
On yellow.
That's what that's what I was looking for that whole time. I had to use my grabby paw to get one.
That was perfect.
Are you going to complete it?
Yep.
I say you can have whatever you like. 2 long panties. There's all the yellows coming out now. After I don't need them anymore. I don't even think Jeff needs pink, and he doesn't. He's just taking them to be a turd bucket. I don't need them either. You don't even need those. He literally took all those pinks just to spite me. He's got nothing that needs pinks. Oh, I'm going to discard this to get a new garment.
I'm completing.
Cool.
Let me get rid of that.
What am I doing? I did not want to do that. I did not want to do that. And then I'm going to complete this, which is going to let me get 2 brandos. Not the colors I wanted at all. Not at all. Oh my god, we only have 3 rounds left? I'm not even close to any of these things. You just get started without me, why don't you?
I completed this.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'll get a grabby pop.
And now I get to draw one.
Off we go. Draw a random one. Please be something I need. Yes.
I'm going to use my paw. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm completing this.
Oh wait, I was completing that first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Through all the excitement, you see. And then I guess I'll grab a sweater, because it is sweater weather. This is the last round. So fast. Me, you, me, you, me, you. Man. And I'll get rid of this to flip this. Just gonna let me draw a brando.
Completed it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I think that's all that I can do. This was a stupid pull. Why did I take a stupid sweater? That was so dumb. All right, score pad, where do you live? All right, jam. I'll do ja and G. Ja, G. Now we do these cards. This is where I think
I got 6.
You didn't get any Uggo sweaters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did do that. Ah, poo. I didn't get my grabby token.
I love it. Jamie's like, I think this is where you got me, and she has more points than me on this.
2 garments containing the same 2 colors. I don't need to add it up because I got more points than everyone.
No, you didn't. Yeah, you did. Unbelievable.
And that is Knitting Circle.
I'll never win that game. I'll never win these games.
But what do you think about it?
Yeah, it's good.
I really like it. I love it.
It's lighter calico.
Yes. So for anybody that's kind of curious, like it is definitely less brain burny than calico, but there is still that puzzle element. But I think this one is almost like a little bit more welcoming.
Yeah, I would say that's a good way to put it. It's more welcoming to the average,
to the average bear.
I don't want to say to the average gamer because I don't know what the average gamer is.
Yeah.
It's more accessible.
Yeah.
It's a better intro level than Calico. Calico's like...
Calico burns your brain in a way that like almost no other game kind of does, but this one still gives you a little bit of that.
I feel like it gives you a little hint of it.
Yeah.
It's a good like, hey, did you like that? Did you want to try and amp it? Did you want to try and amp it up a bit?
Here's what I find, like if for anybody that's played Calico, you've got all of the different goals that you're trying to achieve, and if you mess one of those up, you've totally like lost your points in that area. But you still can score points by just building on a garment without putting any buttons on it. So that's a way to get points in a way that Calico doesn't have that. Do you know what I mean? Because like if you mess up your pattern in Calico, you're like, well, there goes all of my points. Whereas here you can still get points. So it's definitely a little bit less punishing. Mm-hmm. It's adorable. Now I will mention they are making something that is going to make this compatible with Calico in a way. I don't fully know what that is going to be. There is a solo mode for anybody that is interested. And like I said, Kickstarter is going to be the link. I'll just put the link in the description. But I mean, if you love Calico, I feel like this is pretty much no brainer. If you love cats and if you love yarn.
Yeah, it's a cozy little cat game.
Yeah, it is. And we played it with 4 players, now 2 players. It plays the exact same.
Yeah, I didn't
There's literally no difference because there's such little downtime because there's so much simultaneous
Yeah, I mean, the
play.
drafting is a little bit more hard to get what you want at a higher player count, which,
For sure.
I mean, makes sense, but...
Yeah, cool. Okay, we're going to pack this up. We'll be back with another game. I ran that whole sentence together because I felt like it.
I don't know why I did this, but...
Rock and roll. All right, everybody, we're back, and it's a different day because... well, we didn't feel like filming after the next one. We watched a movie instead and did a bunch of other stuff. But we're continuing. We still have 3 games, and we are going to be doing Cafe Baras from Kids Table Board Gaming, KTBG, who very kindly sent us this game. This is their newest game. It's a relatively quick game as well. Now, I have played Cafe Baras. Jeffrey, on the other hand, never played it. Doesn't even know what it's about, do you?
Can I turn the heat up a bit?
Oh, okay.
Are you cold or hot?
I'm hot, but I was just walking upstairs.
Okay,
so.
I'm cold, so I don't
Jeff's
care.
cold, so he's going to turn the heat on, not a part of the game. All right, Jeffy, are you ready to learn about Cafe Baras?
Yep.
We are each running our own cafe as Capybaras.
Checks out.
Cafe Baras. So in front of us, we each have a cafe card. Mine is called Cappuccinos. What's yours?
Sipster's Caffeinery.
Perfect. So what we are going to be doing, we're going to be playing over a series of rounds, and we are going to be building out our cafe, serving customers, etc. On your turn, you're going to do one of 2 things. You are either going to add a card to your cafe by paying its cost, or you're going to serve a customer. So each of the cards are multi-purpose. So we'll use this lemonada as an example, all right? What?
You know what I want to do today?
What?
I want to order from the pub.
They're closed.
Damn it.
I know. They were closed yesterday too. That was part of
Are you sure they're closed today?
positive. Not positive. But it said on the sign, closed Sunday
I'm just wondering if they close Sunday.
instead of Monday.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always try. We could try. Let's use lemonada as an example. Now, if I had this card, I could either on my turn play it into my cafe, but I'd have to pay the cost. That would be 4 doll hairs. Think, understand? Then, if there's anything with like a white box around it, just this one right now, it would have an ability that you would need to resolve. Some of them have ongoing abilities, some of them have one-time abilities, and some of them have end game scoring abilities, all right? So that would now be in your cafe. When it's in your cafe, you ignore like whatever's on the chalkboard. This is the symbol that you now have in your cafe. So in your cafe, you can either have food or decor, and there's a bunch of different symbols, okay? That's one thing that you can do. Now the other option is you could serve the customer. So that's what's on the bottom of the card. So if I wanted to, I could serve this customer if I had the stuff in my cafe to fulfill some of these things. You don't need to fulfill all of them. So let's just say this is what my cafe looked like and I wanted to serve this customer. So I would play this card from my hand, then I would look at what they want. So I have to have the preferred decor in order to serve them. So I have that. Then I'm gonna get $1 for each of the things that I can fulfill. So I have one sandwich, that would be $1. I have one coffee cup, so that would be another $1. If it has a heart, that means they love that item and they'll buy everything. So if I had 3 coffees, instead of getting $1, you'd get $3 because they're buying all my coffee.
I love sandwiches.
Yeah, me too. So if you're able to get to serve them all of the symbols and you have their preferred decor, they're gonna become a regular customer. And you'll put them like that, and at the end of the game, you're gonna gain 4 points. Now, there are some special guests, so if by the end of the game, you have any of these objectives fulfilled, you'll score 6 points for each of them. If during your turn, you've gained your 3rd regular or your 4th in a 2-player game, so if one of us gets 4 regulars, or if the deck has been shuffled for a 2nd time, the game end is triggered. Each other player will get 1 full turn, game ends. All right, you wanna go first? So just so everybody knows, the special guest we have the Big Eater. He wants 3 sandwiches in our cafe. We have the Sweet Tooth. No one else has more sweets than you, so muffins. We have a Game Designer. They need a lounge and any game. Slurper. No one else has more soup than you. And the Napper. You need to have 2 armchairs.
Hold.
Hold. Ooh, Jeff played a cookie. Well, I'm gonna play out a Tinto coffee for $1, and that's gonna let me play out another card. You may add another card paying the cost as usual. And I'm gonna take...
I wonder if you're going for the Game Designer card.
I don't know.
God, I need more coffee, man.
You just poured yourself some coffee.
It wasn't, there's barely anything in it.
Oh, okay. And then that has a special ability.
Yeah, reveal a card from the deck. Serve its customer, then discard it.
This is an engine optimization puzzle.
Yeah, I'm not getting any. I need muffin stuff to come up.
Muffin stuff. All right, I am going to serve herbal tea, and I have everything to make it a regular customer. So I'm gonna get 3 doll hairs. Now you have me thinking about pub food.
My bad.
I hope they're open.
I bet you they're not.
Probably not. It's Thanksgiving today. Canadian Thanksgiving, obviously. Shout out Canada. KTBG, they're Canadian. Hey, Mr. DJ, keep playing this song for me. Out on the floor in my arms, she's gotta be. Let's get it on. Jam all night long, Mr. DJ, Mr. DJ. Whew.
What?
Hot. No, I'm good.
Jamie doesn't use her words. She makes passive-aggressive
Sound effects. But that's not, I wasn't meaning to. And then I need to take one. Oh, it's all decor. What up with that?
You shuffled.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? I would love to have a cafe that is just capybara themed.
Sure.
Capybaras. For the icons, and then it'll score you 4 points.
And then anytime I serve someone with that decor, I get an extra $1.
An engine. Oh, look, a spied. Oh, he lives in the light. Crazy. I like it, the coffee.
All right, I'm gonna play out the poet for 1 instead of 5.
A poet. Didn't even know it.
I knew you were gonna make that joke.
Oh, you're rich. Richer than you think. Scotiabank. What kind of bird is that?
A seagull.
Oh, yeah, sure. So now we each have 3 regulars, so the 4th one will trigger the end game. But I'm not ready. Oh, sure, I'll put out a table for 2. Oh, geez. It has an ongoing, so I should put it down here. That's that. So now we're gonna do the scoring. Okay, Jeffy? So I'm at 45 total, including that 1 point.
53.
Okay, and then we're gonna do special guests. So I think I only got 1.
I don't have this.
Me either. You'll get this one because I don't have any sweets.
So 59. I don't have this.
I have that one, so 47. I have one soup, so neither of us get that one. And 2 armchairs, you get that one, so you win. Good job, Jeffy.
Man. I never win these games.
Yeah, but you won this one. What do you think?
Yeah, it's good.
I really like this game. This is the second time I've played it, and I just think it's such like it's a little puzzle, and then there's a bunch of different special guests, so every time it'll change up depending on which special guests.
I thought it would be like way easier to get the stuff you needed to get, and for some reason, like I was struggling a little bit understanding how the, like just, it seems almost like opposite of what I would expect it to be, where it's like, oh, you're delivering what you have. I was thinking, I had to frame it differently in my head where I was like...
You thought you'd have to get rid of it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, these are things that my restaurant serves.
Exactly.
Yeah, for some reason my brain was like, not catching on to that.
Yeah, I think like KTBG does such a good, like, they do so good at making a game so simple to play, but like... And like anybody can play this, but in order to like get a high score and to do all the triggers and pay attention to like the order cards and everything, it's just, there's a lot more that goes into it.
Yeah, like literally kids can play these games, but if you're looking for like also hitting that like person that plays a lot of games, you can, these games also hit that demographic as well.
I think it's adorable, and there are...
I gotta turn that heat off. I'm now hot.
Yeah. So this is a game by Roberta Taylor, who does Creature Comforts and Maple Valley. So a board game you can get is Creature Comforts and also Cribbage.
Oh, nice.
And look at the arcade cabinet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the artwork's amazing. I love this game. I think this is great for everyone, honestly. It's 2 to 4 players, so you can't play it solo. 8 and up. But that's Cafe Baras. So we're gonna try and figure out if the pub is open, see if we can order some food.
Oh, yeah.
And then we'll be back with another game.
New clothes.
Yeah, we always be changing outfits.
I showered. I feel great.
I haven't showered. I feel disgusting, but it's fine. We're all family here and stuff. All right, we're back. We are going to be playing Fromage. It's a French game about cheese, also known as fromage in French. Okay, we have played this game before. We've played it on BGA multiple times without knowing how to play. Had a great time. We played it with Max and Danielle at 4 players, but this is our first time ever playing it at 2 players, and this game was sent to us from R2I, so shout out to them.
Just don't forget
I already did it.
Resources
I gave them to you.
What'd I get?
You got a berry and 2 structures, and I got 2 cards and a structure.
Why did I get that?
You get 2 of what's to your left, and then... and then you get 1 from what's across from you, okay? For anybody that doesn't know, this is essentially a worker placement game. The board is divided into 4 sections, and it's going to be rotating, and each section has its own mini game, basically, and how you're going to be scoring points. So on your turn, you are going to be allowed to gather resources once and make cheese once. We have 3 workers, each of which has a specific type of cheese that they enjoy making. One is hard cheese, that is the yellow cheese. One is soft cheese, that is white. And one is blue cheese.
I would eat some cheese right
and that is blue. So,
do you like blue cheese?
I'm indifferent on it. I think it's fine.
I love it.
So in order to gather resources, you're going to place your little person out into either the 1, 2, or 3 spot, and that is going to be how many resources you will gather of that specific thing. So right now in my quadrant, I can collect animals, okay?
And you might be like, why wouldn't you ever always take 3? Well, it's going to take you longer to get your little worker back.
Exactly. So
the more greedy you are.
Yeah, totally. Then to make cheese, you need to take one of your little cheese tokens, put it on the cheese that you want, and then you have to place that matching worker on top of the type of cheese. So if I place my cheese on blue cheese, I need my blue cheese worker there, okay? So that's how that works. Once we are doing that, and Jeff and I are gonna be doing that simultaneously, you can only place out in your own little quadrant. Once we're done, we are going to rotate the board, okay? Now, as Jeff mentioned, you will not get your workers back until they are facing you again, okay? So if I put something out in the 1 slot, I'll get it back next turn. So 1 means it's going to be 1 turn, you get it back.
For orientation of this playthrough, I'm here, right?
Correct, and I'm here.
Yeah.
If you put it on the 2 slot, it's going to take 2 rotations before you get it back. If it's on the 3, it's going to take 3 rotations, and the reason for that is because you're getting more stuff, so it's going to take you longer to get your worker back. Okay, so that's how that works. Now, for each of the 4 quadrants, like I said, it's a mini game. So let's start with the fromagerie. The fromagerie wants you to make cheese on each shelf. And there are 6 shelves. 1 shelf, if you place out, you are going to be able to gather any 2 resources that you want. That's this one. The next one will let you take 1 resource. The next one will let you trade in a resource for any other resource. This side of it is all just straight up victory points. So 3, 2, 1 for the cheeses that you have in there. At the end of the game, like I mentioned, you're going to score a corresponding amount of points based on how many different shelves you are on. If you manage to get on all 6, you would score 20 points. In a 2-player game, some of the cheese spots are removed. So we have some blocked spots. Next up, we have the Vills. The V. In this section, it's essentially area control. You're going to be placing out your cheese in different areas, trying to control those areas, and I forgot to put out the little people, which I forgot to do last time as well. So basically, at the end of the game, if you control the area, you will score a corresponding point based on the token type that is there. So there's 3 different token types. If we are tied, each person will just score a straight up 3 points. There are gold spots, which are connected to 3 areas. Silver are connected to 2. Bronze are connected to 1. That's just significant because a gold is going to take you 3 turns to get somebody back. Silver 2, bronze 1. Okay, so that's that section, area control. Then we have festival. So for this one, this is, you're gonna score points for how many groupings you have of cheeses that are orthogonally adjacent to each other. And there are also like free spots, kind of think of like bingo. So you're just trying to create like rows, boxes of connected cheeses. The longer your grouping, the more points you're gonna get, and you can score multiple groupings. That's the festival. Last but not least, we have the bistro. And in the bistro, you are just trying to serve cheese, and if you get 2 cheeses on the same table, that's a pairing. So you want pairings, and then you want multiple cheeses on multiple different types of plates. Okay, so we're ultimately looking for pairings. If you have no pairings, you're going to score less points. 1 pairing, a little bit more. 2 pairings, 3 pairings, etc. Okay.
You should mention these.
Yes, in the center, this is where we're going to be gathering resources. So there are 4 different types of resources. We have these order cards. If you fulfill an order card, you will place it to the other side of your board, which will score you points. At the end of the game, it's kind of like a set collection. Then we have structures. On our player boards, they're slightly asymmetrical, but not crazy. The structures are going to go up here. You can build out a structure, which will then unlock an ongoing ability. Okay, there's an extra like worker placement spot. Maybe you'll get extra things when you do stuff. There's an end game scoring thing, etc. The animals, we have cows, sheep, and goats. They all work the same way. They're going to go into the different stables, and then if you are able to collect that many animals, you will be able to produce an extra cheese that you could place out on your turn without using a worker. That's what the animals do. Then we have fruit. The fruit is going to go into your fruit basket. Some of the cheeses are fruit cheeses or jam cheeses. So
jam and cheese.
Jam.
It's jam with cheese. It's not jam cheese.
Jam with cheese.
It's fruit cheese.
Fruit cheese.
Or then you use the fruit to make jam to eat with the cheese.
Exactly.
I just want to make sure we're not saying we're infusing cheese with jam.
I would love to do that. That'd be
we're
delicious.
not doing that.
So you're going to put your fruit in your basket. When you need to make a fruit cheese, you'll move one of those fruits to the fruit cheese area. When you need to put jam on cheese, you'll move a fruit over here. So at the end of the game, you'll take whatever fruit cheese you've made and you will multiply it by the jam you've put on the cheese, and that is going to be the end victory points.
I did that wrong when we were playing.
The game will end when somebody has placed their last cheese. The end game will be triggered, and then we're going to score.
It ends immediately, I believe.
I think it does too.
That round ends.
People are probably curious if the pub was open. It was not. We've just recently discovered that this pub does takeout.
It's bad.
We don't have Uber Eats or anything like that here. The only option we have is to drive into town 15 minutes away or to get pizza. But now we have pub option.
It's bad news.
Bad news bears. Okay, here we go. We are going to go into the simultaneous phase of placing things out. This game, we're doing basically everything at the same time. So
just one quick reminder.
Yeah.
I need to have jam
you
to do
have to have a fruit in order to do that, correct?
that, which I do.
Yes. Oh yeah, so that's actually supposed to be in your basket.
Yep.
Off we go. I'm gonna make a soft cheese, which is gonna get me any 2 resources. I will take a jam and a structure. Then, ooh, Bessie. So that's gonna take me 3 turns to get back. I'll probably get 2 cows. Or sorry, a sheep and a cow. So I'm gonna be making my tool shed by placing a structure here. So now I have an additional, and when you build your own, you always get it back the next turn because it's pointing at you. I'm gonna place out my 2 animals to get a soft bronze cheese. What did I make here? Nothing. That will get me either of my order cards. Jeff, this is why I think I did so much better in the last one because I knew all the rules.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for me. Is that it for you?
Yep.
Cool. So now we are going to rotate, and then you get back all of your workers that are facing you. And then we go again. That's the game. We're just out here fighting for our lives. So there is a possibility that you don't get any workers back on your turn, in which case you don't get to do nothing. This is a very quick game. So now, and then you have to pay attention because now I have a trigger. When gaining an order card, I gain another order card. Wait, 2 order cards. Last time I didn't do any order cards. I was just, wow. I need to make 3 bronze hard cheeses. I don't know about that. Ring. I think I'm getting everybody back. Yeah. 1, 2. That's not mine, that's yours. I'll get her back. Done?
Mm-hmm.
We need like a bell. Like a cowbell. Anytime I place a cheese in festival, now I get a cow. So I did that. Now we get a cow. You done? Ding. Fries are done. We out here making some cheese. I could eat some cheese right now. I'll tell you that much. Fromagerie. Oh, I have 2. Oh, I have 3 ladies looking at me. Hey, girls. Hey, girl, hey. God, this game goes quick, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I placed a cheese in the festival. I get a cow. Well, a sheep. I only have 2 cheeses left. I gotta slow my roll here a little bit, I think. Jeff has 4 cheeses left.
What am I doing? There, sorry. I keep messing these up. I'm going out this round, so.
Yeah, I guess I should too then. Man, that game's quick.
I don't feel like I did a very good job.
I don't know, honestly, whether or not I did. So that's how quick the game was. I mean, you guys didn't watch the whole gameplay, so you don't know, but it was pretty quick. So now we do scoring. Jam, Jeff, and I have only bronze plates. So I get nothing?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of an idiot am I?
I got 1, and so I have 1, 6, 11, 14.
Oof. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4,
5,
5, 6, which is 12 points. What do you got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 9 points.
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
wait.
4, 5, 6.
1, 2.
Whee! Okay, so this one is for each shelf, and I'm on 5, so I get 14 points, plus 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll get 20 points.
So 9, and then 1 is 10.
Okay, all right, so now we're gonna go area by area, starting with that one. So you have the most, so you'll get, I'm just gonna write 5 plus, that's Jeff's. This one, this is how I like crushed everyone last time, so that's plus 4 for Jeff. Shoot. Oh no, did you get all of them?
No. Yes.
Except
No,
this
except
one we
this one.
tied.
Yeah. So I get plus 5, +3.
Did you do that? Because that's how I won last
+3,
time.
and then we each get 3 for that one.
So I get 3. Wow. 9. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 for Jeff. That's how I crushed everyone last time. So you took note of that, did you? Nice for you. I don't even need to count these, but I will. Uh-oh, I can't do it. I think I was putting cheese out too fast. I wasn't thinking about what I was doing. I was just making cheese.
77 to 50.
So just for a reference, last time I got 60, and it was like 60, 51, 42, 46. So 77
Yeah, but it's
is good.
It's going to be higher scores than a two-player game.
Yeah, but we have a bunch of spaces blocked off.
Sure. Yeah, I still think it would probably scale that way, but
The point of the matter is, this game is amazing.
it's very good.
Like, this is top 50
I really have
level for
I
me.
really have no notes other than that it is phenomenal. I love the decision space. I love how fast it plays. It is.
There's a ton of variety because you get a bunch of different cheese mats. You place out the puzzle pieces in different ways. The resources get shifted. There's different player mats. There's also, we haven't played yet with these, but you can put even more variety in your player board.
Yeah. It's really, 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 really good.
It's so much fun. If you love cheese, I highly recommend.
I
and
do
if you
really
love,
like the game too.
I like that it's all different
And I like
mini games
the art
too.
style. Yeah.
This is a perfect game.
No
notes.
No
Complaints.
yeah.
10 out of 10. Would recommend.
Yeah, it's very good.
Oh, Jeff. You ready for this or what?
Can I look at these?
Yes, you're going to need to select 4.
Yep.
Cool. Okay, we're back. It's later in the evening. There's been people outside doing construction all the livelong day, cutting up trees, destroying trees. I have coffee. I have coffee brewing, so if you hear, that's what that is. We have one more game to play, though.
The camera's so crooked, bro.
Is it?
Yeah. Like insanely crooked.
You know what? It wouldn't be a Foster the Meeple video if the camera wasn't crooked. We are going to be playing our last game, and that is going to be one. Do you think that pot's so loud?
Very loud.
Should I wait?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Jeez Louise. I be like smooth. Yeah. Can you teach me how to Dougie? You know why? Because all the love me. Okay, our last game is Wondrous Creatures, and this is from Bad Comet, who you may recognize the name because they also did Life of the Amazonia, which is a game that we freaking love. So, this are both of our first times playing this game. Jeff, yeah, it's really cute.
You got unicorns.
I got unicorns.
Mine looks like a lapras.
It does. I was actually surprised you picked that one.
Why? It's the Pokemon.
I thought maybe you would pick the dinosaurs or something. Anyways, so this game is a bit of an engine building game, and you'll notice I put this section of the board here. It's supposed to be at the top, but nobody's going to be able to see it, and we're not going to be able to reach it. We have very short little arms, so I put it here just for the ease of the video. So the game is going to be played over a series of rounds. The game end will be triggered when the last trophy is taken. Then the other player will get a final turn. The game is going to end. Got it? During the game, we are going to be playing different actions. We're going to start the game with 4 cards in hand. We have 3 crew members. Mine are freaking unicorns. On one of our crew members, we have our captain, and there's a magnet, so they're magnetized into the crew member. There's a ton of different characters, so we have slightly asymmetric characters. I am Freya, the egg nurturer.
I am the energetic robot Tingent. Beep! I possess knowledge on enhancing creature energy. Boop!
And mine says, wonder what mystical creatures will emerge from these eggs. There's so many characters to choose from. These are the ones that we have, and they have slightly asymmetrical abilities. What you're going to do is you are going to take one basic action. You must take one basic action, and there are 4 to choose from. And you can take as many free actions as you are able. I'm going to explain what those are. And we are just going to go back and forth taking actions until the end of the game is triggered, okay? So, the basic actions, which you must take one of. The first one is to place a crew member. So you could place any of your crew members out onto the board. Now, the areas that you can place them are these like beige areas, and they will take up 2 hexes, okay? Now, if you any part touches an egg, you will collect that egg and put it into your personal storage. Basically, these are going to give you different bonuses. So if you cover up anything or you gain anything that's like a brown symbol like this, it's going to be immediate points that you get. There's other immediate effects that are also going to happen. Anything with a red whatever is going to be end of game.
Yeah.
Make sense? So you're going to do that. If you land on an egg, you get to collect the egg. Then you're going to trigger all of the surrounding habitats. But before I talk about that, I do want to mention you can go into mountain areas, but you have to pay a resource, any resource. Resources are tracked here on your player board. Okay? You can only have a maximum of 6.
Wait. So can I go in a blue space as long as I pay the blue?
No.
So it's specific mountains.
Yes, the green. These, not these green, these greens are mountains. You can never place in a lake or in a habitat. These are habitats, the colored hexes, okay? So once you place out, you are then going to be able to trigger the habitats surrounding you. And you can do that in one of 2 ways. So you can either collect the corresponding resource. So if I placed here, there's 2 mushrooms. I could collect a mushroom for one, a mushroom for the other.
Yeah.
Or you can collect a creature card from the wilderness, which is this section of the board that has a matching habitat. So right now, I wouldn't be able to collect any because none of the habitats, which are up here, are purple. So I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'd have to take the 2 mushrooms.
Got it.
We each start with 1 butterfly net. So that is going to be one of the free actions that you can use, and this is probably a good time to explain it. Butterfly nets are going to allow you to capture eggs that are adjacent to you.
Yep.
Okay, so that's how you might get one that's in
Yep.
a space you can't go. Or some of the habitats are going to have an additional thing that you can get. So as an example here, it would allow you to get 2 resources.
As long as you had a net.
A net. You have to spend that net. You can have a maximum of 3 nets in your storage. Anytime you would gain a net, after that you just gain a victory point.
Yep.
Right? Then we have play a card. So you could play a card from your hand. I'll just use one of these as an example. The creatures each have a cost. That's the food that they eat. So you have to be able to pay for the food that they need to eat. Then you will place it out into your reserve. And this is the engine building kind of set collection-y kind of part. Creatures are going to have different abilities on them that will get triggered at different times. You have instant abilities that have a lightning bolt. As soon as you play them, you resolve them. There's also these abilities or little time things that will happen during a recharge phase, which I'll get to. There's some that are end of game, and then there are some that are ongoing. You could do that up to 2 times for this action. You can complete an achievement. So there are achievements in front of us, and this part is almost a bit of a race in order to get more points. You can only complete...
the big boy.
So we have achievements out on the board. And they're all explained on the cards themselves, but as soon as you reach one of those thresholds, you can choose to place out a thing. So as an example, there's dual types. So this is saying if you have any combination of blue and purple, so butterfly and fish, so insect and fish, if you have at least 5, you can put a little thing out here, or you can wait if you think you can get them before me if you have 8, but you can only put 1 on each of these.
And it's combined?
Yes. These are single, and then these are all their own.
These are what?
Those are the types of species. So we have mammals, reptiles, dragons, crustaceans, etc. So that's the type, and the symbols are here.
Yep.
So those are the achievements. You'll take one of these and put it out, and then you will gain whatever benefit that says. The first time that you do that, you're going to unlock your captain ability. We each have a special ability. Okay, which I can tell you what yours is in a little bit. Yours is basically you get to reuse energies and collect energies.
Straightforward.
The last main action that you could choose, or basic action, is to recharge, and you can only choose to do this when all 3 of your crew members are out on the board. And it's basically recalling them back. So you retrieve your crew members, advance the time tracker at the top. If it hits one of the eggs, you're going to flip it. We'll put more eggs out. If it hits any of the other benefits, you're going to get the benefits, okay?
Game ends if it gets to the end?
No. Game ends when trophies are gone. You're going to discard down to 5 cards in your hand. During everything else, you can have as many as you want, but during this phase, you can only have 5. Activate all recharge cards, which will have, it'll be this one. So we already talked about using a net, which is free action. The other free action is to use energy. Some of your cards, you'll put energy on them. So you can spend an energy from a card to do a thing, okay? Your guy plays off of energy a lot, so you're probably gonna wanna have lots of cards that have energy if you can. All right, that's the game. It's pretty straightforward. Anytime that you pass one of these things on the score track, you'll gain it. The only thing I didn't really mention is these habitat tiles. When you pass this, you're gonna choose one of the habitat tiles and place it out into an empty habitat space. I will mention so as we collect these eggs, and there's gonna be ways to get more eggs, if something is saying you need 8 eggs, or if you need this symbol, you'll notice all the eggs correspond to these symbols. You can choose to hatch your egg, which will count towards that goal. Oh my God, these are all so cute. I'm gonna go and I'm going to place out the S. And I'll place them here.
Of course you would.
Get a monkey, which is gonna give me a point. Okay, because I covered it up. Then I can trigger those things. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna take this because it's cute. Everything will go into your hand.
Why'd you get to trigger that?
Because I'm next to this, and that was its habitat.
And then you can do it again?
And I can do it again, or I can get that resource. Your turn.
Okay.
And then this refills at the end.
How do you put your button mountain again?
You have to pay one of any resource.
I can use my net to get this?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use my net.
Okay.
To get this egg.
Yeah.
Which lets me draw, I'm assuming, another card.
Hoosha. Isa, Jar Jar Binksa. Oh, it's a nice voice, Colin Robinson. This is a big time engine builder if you start looking at what's
Where are
in
you
your
supposed to
card.
put your cards?
You just have to find a place.
Spot.
Yeah. All right, I am going to choose to play a card. I will be playing out Mushmidal. Mushmidal. Okay, so this is gonna cost me 2 fruit and 1 flower, and it has an instant ability. I can immediately play 1 card that costs 2 resources or less for free. Woo! I'll play this one. Gain 1 egg that is the same species as the last played instant card. So that would be a reptile, and that's gonna get me a point. This is a optimization puzzle. My favorite. My favorite kind. I think I'm gonna go up here. And look, I'm next to 3 greens. Ooh, girl. I'm gonna take 2 of those. Oh, shoot, I didn't see that.
Nice try,
I'm
bud.
talking to myself. Yeah, see, like, I could already complete this one because I have 3, but it's like, if I wait, I'll get 12 points, and that feels better.
If you can do it before I do, yeah.
I can. Every time I get a new tattoo, my old
So
tattoo
I can
gets
get
itchy.
2.
Riddle me that one, Batman. I need to recharge, so I'm gonna bring back all my unicorns.
Second.
Where's my 3rd unicorn? Okay, that's me. I love this game.
I'm also gonna recharge.
This publisher, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jeff. They're bumping up.
Discard down to 5, right?
Correct.
Chaktiva.
Mushroom, and I might take this little cutie. He's pretty cute. For 2 shroomies, 1 flower, and he has an ongoing ability. Each time I activate a recharge card in my reserve, I will gain 1 victory point. So I'm gonna put him right above this because he's a recharge.
I'm sure these things have names, but I'm going by color. I'm gonna play out Hangween. So he's got an energy thing on him.
Oh, I only have 2. Shoot.
Don't have enough, sucker.
No, I don't. And activate recharge card. So I finally have 1. When recharging, gain 1 flower, and then for every 3 trophies, I'd gain an additional, but I don't have 3 trophies yet.
Am I red or blue? I'm red, right? Yeah, red. Okay, and then I can get 2. Well, I need to recharge. I guess I don't need to. Yes, I do.
I don't need to.
1,
Yeah.
2, 3. They're all double debber. They're all debber sweet.
Okay. Jeff, are you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hit me.
Okay. This is an instant. draw 1 card from the top of the deck, then gain 1 VP per card in hand to a maximum of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to play out Sugar Rider. Look how cute that is.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Look at him.
That is very cute.
Take that egg, which is going to let me take a card from the Wilderness, and it's really hard not to take that cool looking shark. 2 yellers, and this is one of those energy vampires, so we'll put on 2 little things. I feel like stuff is at a point where it's building up and it's just about to go down.
It is.
I love this game. Do you like it?
It's very much as good and giving you the same feelings as Life of the Amazonia, which is similarly a very slow burn.
Until the
and then
end.
all of a sudden it's like
An
you're
explosion.
scoring 1,000,000 points. That's going to allow me to do this.
Oh, I was just about to do that.
And that unlocks my captain ability.
It does, and you'll take a trophy, which is worth 3 victory points.
Yeah, and then each time I gain a trophy, I gain any 1 resource. So I'm going to gain this. I have so many resources.
Oh my god.
I've been saving them.
I've been spending them.
Okay, and then so I went here. I still got to get my, because that was all off of the egg.
I actually think I'm going to complete an achievement and get a little spicy. So, let me just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to do this, which is going to get me a trophy. I'll do this one, which is going to get me 3 points, which is going to let me place out one of those. I guess I'll have to take this. Is that what you wanted? Mm-hmm. And what is this?
That's V annoying.
Oh, spicy. All right, that's me.
Okay, I'm going to complete one. This one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I feel like, where are all the energy people? You only have 1. I only have 1. They gotta be at the bottom of the stack.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to do this. So I have 3 monkeys.
Baby monkey.
And then I get 1 for every, 1 plus 1 for every 3. So I get 2. I think it's going to be tight.
I need it 1 more turn, you turd bucket. That's it. Right? Okay. Whoa, Bessie. So we are going to need to calculate scores. What did you get?
172. I don't know if that's good or not.
70. I have no idea. 172. Now we have to do mine. We'll need my calculator.
Do you want to do it or you want me to do it?
I'm going to need your help.
Okay. 136.
Whoa, Bessie. What a game.
That's a lot.
I loved it.
I would not, same as Life of the Amazonia, I would never want to play this game with someone that has AP.
No, Jeff and I are very quick, I think, at taking turns and stuff. And even
I can come and go with it, but I think I lean the quick side.
Yeah.
If it's like, I don't know, it depends on the game. I can get AP. I'm not saying I can't. But
no.
I don't think I tend to get it often.
There's just a lot to think about in this game.
You're gonna miss, like, you also can't
do everything.
I think why we enjoy these games and why I think we can have a really good time with them is, like, if we miss stuff, we don't get, like, hung up about it. And I think a lot of people, like, in full transparency, I think a lot of people would play this and get hung up on missing triggers. And if that's the case, you're probably not gonna have fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot that you have to go through, and, like, these games don't come with, like, a system of checks.
You're building your own system, basically.
So you kind of have to make sure you get everything, and, like, if that's gonna bug you,
or
you're gonna be, like,
Jeff
analyzing
missed his recharge ability.
Like the most of the game, and I don't care. I missed it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But if you're gonna care about that, then this is gonna be something that's probably worth avoiding.
Yeah.
In all transparency, like, if you have AP or you, like, have a hard time tracking things, which I sometimes do, and you care about that, then
this is just a massive engine builder optimization puzzle. It's freaking adorable. There's so many cards. We didn't even get through the whole stack of cards. There's a bunch of characters that you can play. So there's a bunch of these goal cards. It does play solo, which I'm very curious about how that plays.
you're building up most of the game to then spend multiple turns doing this.
Yeah, like you may have noticed, like by the end, I didn't recharge for like a billion turns because I had so much stuff that I could do.
But I think that makes sense.
Off of each
like
other.
You're spending a lot of turns building up your resources.
It's a slow burn.
To then activate all of these things. Because that's exactly, like my strategy was like, I'm not going to worry about like my first 5 turns getting anything like major out. I'm going to build all of these up so I can just start playing all of these cards down. And then go for these. Yeah,
well, you may have noticed, like, once one of us started getting trophies, it just started, like, snowballing.
The other thing that I think is important to note in this game, too, is when you pull back, you're putting things... If, like, let's say when, like... One thing I was trying to do was make sure Jamie would recharge, and I had at least one left.
Right.
Because
get the eggs.
The eggs get put out, and I'm like, okay, she's going to recharge, the eggs are going to get put out, I can at least get eggs then. And it's tight, too, like... There was a couple times where I think even this one, I remember, like, I was
we were taking cards that the other person wanted.
I was looking at you, and I was like, I need to get this soon, or she's gonna grab it.
Yeah. If I had one more turn, I would have gotten this one.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Loved it. I think I loved all of the games that we played.
Yeah, that was a good lineup.
It was a really great lineup. So all of the information for the games are going to be in the links below. Thank you again to all the publishers for sending those games along. Appreciate it. We'll do another one of these soon. Our next game day is going to be a Halloween game day with our friends Ben and Sarah. They're coming to visit, and we're going to do an old school board game weekend style game day where we just play a bunch of spooky games, and it's going to be great. So that'll be coming near the end of the month. Okay, that is everything that we have for you today. If you're interested in buying board games like any of the many that we played today and yesterday, you should first start by checking your friendly local gaming store. For us, that is
Boardroom Game Cafe.
And if you like what you see,
please subscribe.
We hope to see you again soon. And now we say goodbye. Goodbye.
Later days.
Ouch. Because I'm a dum-dum. Oh yeah, I know. I was like, I gotta take B-roll, but my camera's being used. Boop. Can you see, you're focus on Jeff's hat. The first person to get it is going to get it. Hello. Oh my God. All right. Oop. Jeff, remember we were farting in that room all day?
I wasn't farting in it. Oops.
All right. It's very dark in here. The night is dark and full of terrors. Focus. Whose eyeball do you have? We still have the slow cooker? Yes, we do. I was almost going to throw it out the other day. We don't use it.
Well,
we should buy a new one.
We should get a new one because...
That one's all dented up.
And they're good to make like stews and stuff in.
Correct. Tea, coffee?
No.
No tea either to warm yourself up, warm your bones?
No, I'm good.
Okie dokie.
I need to be. Is that permitted?
Yeah. Okay. 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 It's okay. What?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. What?
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Okay. So.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Okay. Okay.